One of the most sought after items in Fallout 76 is the shielded lining for the casual underarmour. The reason is simple. On top of the plus 5 points to damage, energy and radiation resistance, this shielded lining also adds plus 3 to your charisma for better prices, plus 1 to your luck, but most importantly, plus 3 to your intelligence, giving you that extra boost to your XP gain for all the enemy kills just for wearing it. If you're a power armor user, unfortunately under armor cannot be worn at the same time, and although you can wear normal clothes, the power armor nullifies any and all bonuses provided by lower layers. So if you never remove your shiny power armor gear, then this is probably not for you. So what's the catch? Well, there is one small inconvenience, and that is the plan to craft the shielded lining for the casual under armor can only be obtained from one event. And furthermore, it only has a 5% chance to be awarded. Hence, this is one of the most difficult to obtain items in the game. There is good news though. Thankfully, the event is one of the daily quests in the mire called Queen of the Hunt. However, it will be on rotation with 3 others: Waste Not, Idle Explosives and Playtime, so you will only get this once every 4 real-life days. In this guide, I'll be showing you all the steps required to get yourselves a fantastic set of shielded casual under armor, so please be awesome and hit that like and consider subscribing, as I very much appreciate it. The first thing to note is that you will need to have learned the other 3 linings for the casual under armor before you try to obtain the shielded lining, as they are leveled upgrades. The first upgrade is the treated lining. This gives plus 2 to damage, energy and radiation resistance, and a plus 1 to both charisma and intelligence. The second upgrade is the resistant lining that gives plus 3 to damage, energy and radiation resistance, and a plus 1 to charisma, intelligence and luck. And the third upgrade you'll need is the protective lining, which gives plus 4 to damage, energy and radiation resistance, but gives a plus 2 to charisma with a plus 1 to intelligence and luck. All 3 of these plans can be purchased from the Free States vendor at the White Springs Resort, Graham, who is a travelling vendor. Please see this video for more info on him, the shopping mall vendors at the White Springs Resort, Vendorbot Wallace at Berkeley Springs train station, and the Watoga Station Vendorbot. Please note that until you have learned the previous plan, the next one will not be available to purchase. To apply the linings, you will need to have obtained either a plan or outfit that the casual Under Armour mods can be attached to. Although there are, and have been many variations available from the Atomic Shop, out in the wilds of Appalachia there are only 3 garments that are readily available. The first garment is an item that cannot be crafted, but can have the casual armour linings attached to, and this is the military fatigues. There are 5 fixed spawn locations for this item, and they are Camp McClintock on top of the armour workbench, Sugar Grove on a rack along with Dirty Army fatigues, White Springs Bunker inside the lockers alongside some more Dirty Army fatigues, inside the Wendigo Cave on a mound of dirt next to a skeleton wearing a helmet, and at the entrance to Site Bravo sitting in a locker. Please remember that if somebody has already taken the item, then it will not respawn on that server, and you will want to server hop to have a chance to find the item again. Another important note about the military fatigues is that they are recognised in-game as military clothing for certain challenges, and by Master Sergeant Gutsy, so it may be worth keeping a set in your stash in case you need them at some point during the game. The next 2 garments can both be crafted or adapted at an armour workbench, and are the flannel shirt and jeans and the undershirt and jeans. However, you will need to obtain the plans to craft these garments. The plans for both of these cannot be purchased from any NPC vendor, although you may find them in the player vendors, but do have the chance to drop from treasure maps in the Mire and Cranberry Bog regions, a chance to be rewarded from the quest One of Us, a rare chance to drop from bosses in the Daily Op and creatures in the Cranberry Bog and Mire, for example Deathclaw, Behemoth, Megasloth, Scorchbeast, etc. They can also have a chance to spawn at the following Armour World spawns in the Mire and Cranberry Bog: Camp Venture, Harper's Ferry, Treetops, K-Max Transmission, Sunday Brothers Cabin, Mosstown, Dagger's Den, NAR Repair Yard, inside the train cars opposite Watoga Station, and the flooded train yard. If you wish to simply just obtain the garment and add the casual Under Armour linings, they can be purchased from the Scavenger Traders, Cunningham at the White Springs, Sunny at Foundation, and the Responder vendors. Once you have one of the required garments and have learned the first 3 Under Armour lining plans, you're ready to try your luck with the following quest: Queen of the Hunt. As long as it's available in your Pip-Boy under the daily quests, select the quest and travel to the location of the Hunter's Shack and read the terminal. You'll now be tasked with continuing Shelby O'Rourke's research into cryptids and required to visit 3 locations in the mire that may have a creature of interest lurking in it. The targeted locations that will be marked will include 3 of the following: Site Alpha, a field northwest of Freddy Fear's House of Scares; Site Beta, a patch of land northeast of Abby's bunker; Site Gamma, a patch of forest between Gnarled Shallows and the Thunder Mountain power plant; Site Delta, a piece of swampland north of Braxton's Quality Medical Supplies, or Site Epsilon, a creek bed west of Dollysod's Wilderness. One of the 3 locations you visit will have a cryptid, so either a Wendigo, the Flatwoods monster, a Snallygaster, a Grafton monster, or a Mothman. Although you actually only need to kill the cryptid, it's worth just taking out the other creatures anyway, as they'll drop useful resources and you'll get the XP, but leave the Megasloth, because he's adorable. However, if you find the cryptid at the first site you visit, once it's dead the other locations will disappear. Locate the body and loot the dead cryptid. You'll notice there's an option to extract a tissue sample that's displayed in one of the quest objectives. Once you've done this, return to the Hunter's Shack and place the sample in the marked tissue analyzer next to the terminal. Once the analysis is complete, the quest Queen of the Hunt completes. The reward from this quest are the following: random ammo, random aid, random armor or weapon, random weapon, armor or aid or cooking plan, random 1-star legendary weapon or armor, 125 caps, 10 for teammates, 7 legendary script, 900 XP, 175 for teammates, and the Holy Grail, the 5% chance for the shielded lining underarmour plan for the casual underarmour, as long as you know the previous 3. In addition to the quest rewards, the player is also awarded a buff related to the cryptid you've just killed, which is a plus 10% damage buff to other cryptids of the same type, and lasts for 4 hours. If you're after a specific buff to a particular cryptid, then it is possible to start the quest, locate the cryptid, and then if it's not the one you're after, server hop for the chance to spawn a different cryptid. Once you've obtained the plan for the shielded lining for the casual underarmour, learn it and then head to an armour workbench. You will need 11 ballistic fibre, 18 cloth and 4 stable yellowcake flux in order to apply the shielded lining, but these are fairly easy to obtain. However, if you are lacking the flux, it's worth heading down to the Gleaming Depth raid area and checking the player drops, usually found around the crafting bench area, as raw flux is part of the raid rewards that many players discard, so all you need to do is gather the materials to stabilise it and you're golden. Or slightly glowing, anyway. If you'd like a full guide on how to obtain and farm for the stabilised flux, then please see this video. Once crafted, the shielded lining to the casual underarmour will give you plus 5 to your damage, energy and radiation resistances, plus 3 to both charisma and intelligence, and plus 1 to your luck. Please remember that this plan is tradable, so you may find it in other player vendors, although it is likely to be fairly expensive. I hope you found the video helpful, and good luck getting the plan for the shielded lining for the casual underarmour. Please do remember to hit that like and subscribe to see more of my content. I'm GG, and thanks for watching. Have fun. See ya.